Talk Radio, Mike and Billy.
Welcome back in, everybody. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. Big thank you to McPhee's Grill of Templeton for partnering with us on the show for these many years. McPhee'sGrill.com, 805-434-3204. That's 805-434-3204. Downtown Templeton. And don't forget that Ian has his own famous barbecue sauce, and he has his own butcher shop, but you got to visit McPhee'sGrill.com to check it out. So and you're going to be heading there soon, too,
I am,
man.
actually. I'm gonna do a big trip up the mountain.
The mountain.
Going to take my wife and spend the night. It's the first day school starts, and she's a retired teacher, so we are going to just make it feel like a first day of retirement. Right now, it's still like school vacation. So
That's
we're just going to
cool.
go up and walk around your town. I know, is it still snow up there, or is it?
No,
okay.
Snow's long gone, man.
So you're going to get a call here in a couple minutes, but there are good things about turning 50, and until the call comes, you should be less fearful. You're not afraid to have opinions. You should know yourself a little bit better. You should have a greater appreciation of your life. Are these true so far? Did you get a text or something?
No, I'm laughing because of what you said.
Yeah, you should. These are things, man. This is what happens. You should be less fearful. You should not be afraid of opinions. You should know yourself better. You have a greater appreciation of life. It's easier to laugh at yourself.
That I do have. That I do have.
It's easier to laugh at others. You should take life a lot less seriously.
You know, it's funny you said that because I think it started when I turned 49 last year.
Okay.
I went like this. I was in my room. I'm holding my arms out apart, and I said, I am accepting whatever's coming down.
Wow. So that's a good step. You
path
jumped early on that. You did that at 49.
I did.
Welcome to Golf Talk Radio. Who's calling, please?
This is Darren Averett.
Hi, Darren.
Looking for the Mike Brabennick extraordinaire of 50 years.
I'm right here, D. What's happening?
Well, happy birthday, my friend. I just had to call to wish you the absolute very best and just celebrate you and your existence on this amazing planet.
Thanks, man. That's cool.
Hey, can I ask, was Darren, I know you grew up with Darren's brother more so, and is he more your grade? But you were talking about your friends playing all these sports. Was Darren part of this? Or was
I
more of his
actually,
brother?
correct me if I'm wrong, Darren, but I believe when we played baseball together, I might have actually been your catcher when you pitched.
Yes, that is
Wow.
the truth. And
I don't know if I was a very good one,
on a
but
soccer team as well back in the day.
See that?
Be honest with me. Was I a decent catcher? I'm not saying I was.
No, absolutely.
Well, if he was a good
you had
pitcher,
no problem blocking the ball. That was a good thing.
Because I do remember catching you, and I always loved that. There were other guys that I didn't like playing catcher for, but when I caught for you, it was
Darren could hit his
Well,
target.
because I didn't throw very hard. That's why.
Well, that was a big key, but you were not a wild guy either. Not like I don't know if you remember Robbie Sesich.
Oh gosh, the big lefty, man. Of course you remember Robbie.
Robbie was probably, what do you say, Darren? Robbie was probably about 220 in high school.
Yeah,
and
6'3", 6'4", 220.
Low submarine sidearm lefty.
Oh, great catcher.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Bruises.
Oh.
Jumping up.
But
how many batters did he hit?
He threw a heavy ball.
Yes, he
That was the thing. It's like the ball just came in heavy.
And he always threw it at the guy's ankles. And I sit there and I think, like the coach, and I played for his dad. His dad was a coach at one point. And
he was aiming at these guys' ankles? Or that's just where the ball
Robbie
ended up
was
a
just
lot?
wild. I think what it was.
You never knew.
He had so much. There was so much of Robbie that if he had his center was off a little bit, the ball was just going to go flying somewhere.
Yeah.
Sounds like my golf game.
God.
Well, Mike, I've got to ask you of your 50 years of living experience, and in your many years in golf, there has to be a tip that is one of your favorite tips of all time, and I'm curious what that may be since you have so much of this living experience.
A golf tip or a life tip?
Yeah.
At your age, you should
do both. But
you should do
we
both.
need a golf tip.
Because
Golf Talk Radio.
You could be the oldest person I know, Mike.
I think the biggest tip that I've just kind of enlightened myself with in the last year is accepting what golf is, which is you play the game and whatever comes, it comes.
Wow.
and you just have to look at each shot as it doesn't matter whether it was perfect or mediocre or whatever. It's every shot's the challenge, and that's the game. The game within the game is each shot. That's what it is.
So you're playing it as more as a game than a sport because you grew up ever since you were running around from your water wiggle at 4 to through school. You've been playing sport.
Yeah.
So now you're finally, and even golf you played as a sport. Now you're playing it as a game and enjoying it.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's a good tip.
Yeah. I mean, and I think that's both from a life perspective, like I was just saying to Billy. Darren, I don't know. I think it, for me, and I'm getting too psychological, I think just throughout my life, I've always been so competitive, and I felt like I always had to work so hard to get where everybody else was. Then I'm not saying that's an unfair thing, that, you could push that too hard to the point of where it's like, no, this is the way it's got to be. This is the way I want it. This is the way it has to be. And the reality is it should be just the opposite of that.
Wow.
And
That's write that down, Darren. That's deep stuff right there.
That goes into the monologues for sure.
yeah, I mean that's
good stuff.
And life has been a lot more fun that way, I think.
Well, number
personally.
7 on this list, you could stop. It's easier to take life less seriously now. It should be, and you should stop caring about what other people think.
I've gone into that mode.
These are all going. Start to laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
Appreciate life. All of these top 10 is what you're starting to do at 50, man. So, and you should be more at peace. And that sounds like that's starting to. You had, your arms were out. So
yeah.
So very cool, man.
Yeah, very cool.
Oh, it's brilliant, and I just, Mike, I'm just honored to have been able to experience most of this journey with you from every part of school that we went to, and it continues as we continue to enjoy this life experience. So,
thank you, D.
It's been an honor and a pleasure, and I just wanted to wish you a very happy birthday and let you know that you're well thought of, and I can't, but I do have one small prediction for you.
Yes.
Your hole-in-one will happen in your 50th year.
Nice. That would be
I
awesome.
was just telling Billy at the break, I went and caddied for Nikki, and this is the way I would have thought of it at one point, but we're playing a practice round. She's on the 8th hole, 118 yards. She hits the shot to probably 3 inches, and this is a practice round, and she goes, yeah, I just got to hit another one. I don't think I hit that well. So she hits another one. It hits 3 feet left of the hole, spins right, and goes in the hole.
Oh, my goodness.
And I could have thought, now that we're talking about it, I could have thought, like, when's mine going to happen? And I just looked at her and I go, that's the most amazing thing I think I have ever, one of the most amazing things I've ever seen on a golf course.
Wizard Darren predicted you get one this year.
Yeah. Well, the first part of that is playing, and I've actually been playing more in the last month than
there you go.
Ever. So,
Darren, I need to ask.
I have a feeling if we get into another one of these events, it's going to happen because it's just.
Well, he can play the senior tees now. This is what which helps. And senior events, 50 opens doors for all kinds of stuff.
I've got something for you guys.
I got discounts for Denny's for you.
Shaft into the club, or
we do shafts.
Senior hats on.
I got to tell you guys something.
Get a free lunch. Let's go to Denny's for a free lunch today, buddy. Let's walk in there.
That would be cool.
Show them your. Come on,
that would be cool.
Oh,
2 Wednesdays ago.
Sylvester's, and you've also got.
So I got all these things.
I got 20% off a lot of stuff right now. But go ahead. 2 days.
So 2 Wednesdays ago, we're doing the ladies' clinic, which we go on the golf course at night, right, in the late afternoon, evening, and it's friggin' hot. I mean, it's really, really hot out there. But we're playing, and so the ladies are going. I'm taking 4 groups of ladies down number 2. They're playing a scramble. So I get near the pond, which happens to be where the express tees are that are about 120 some yards out. Right.
Nice.
I throw the ball down. The ladies are hitting their shots, hit my wedge, bounces a couple times, and I hear this lady go, oh my gosh! And she thought her friend hit the shot that I hit.
You hit it in?
And I hit it in the hole.
Dude!
But I was not.
In Darren's book, that's a hole in one.
But I was not between the tee blocks.
Archive.
I was off to the left of the tee box, and I was not playing with them.
So that's a hole out.
It was a hole.
Dang it! If you're in a tee box, but that's a Darren hole in one. That's poor Darren has his hole in one. Everybody on Facebook and kills him. You can't have a hole in one of these holes. Remember that, D? It was awful.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, Darren, you were with me when we went to. You were mentioning soccer. You were with me when we played Watsonville, right?
Oh,
Is that up in the Boneville? Remember
there wasn't a game we didn't brawl.
Yeah.
Was it
we
up
brawled
in the
7 out of
fields?
8
We
times
drove
that
by
we
that
faced.
field. You said you go up there as big fights all
So
the time.
the last memory I
It was
have,
scary.
yeah, Darren and I and his brother Brad and Jeff Grelu and
Oh.
maybe Mark Mitchell, possibly we
Yep.
played soccer together and we went to Watsonville. So we were all old enough to drive ourselves. Andy Sutton. So this soccer field is in the middle
Is this
of
high school soccer? Or is this just
like
league
outside
stuff?
of high school
No,
soccer.
it was
Gang
summer
soccer.
Gang soccer.
This was gang soccer.
So we're driving Watsonville. We're up in the mountains, like where
I
you and I
know.
got
You
lost
showed
from
me-
Pebble
you
Beach,
showed
right?
me that area.
So
Yeah.
there's artichokes
That's right.
growing around this field. You wouldn't even believe there's a field there. So we play, and like they've got the whole town around the field. Everybody's drinking, and we're
and banging drums.
yes.
Oh my gosh.
And somehow this team was undefeated or something, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Darren. We tied them or something, and
Right.
they were so mad, like there was a riot.
That's why no one's ever beat them. They're afraid to
Yeah.
they won't get out of these fields.
And we jumped in. I remember jumping in the back of Andy Sutton's truck, just
Yeah.
running
Yeah.
for our lives.
Really?
These guys were
So this
It
is a
was
field
crazy.
of screams, basically.
was-
not a
it
field of
was-
dreams.
really bad, but it was
Yeah,
still
it
fun
was
at
crazy.
the same time.
Well, I remember the very last game they had police presence because of what had happened on all the previous games, because there was like a field clearing brawl at some point, and
Jeez.
there would be a hard foul, and then everybody would just dogpile. It was just
it was-
unbelievable.
It was scary.
One big old red card.
I thought I was going to get stabbed.
Gee, blood card.
I thought at least one of
The
us. I
red
thought was
blood
gonna get
card
stabbed.
comes out.
But it was
Well, Darren, we need to know.
It's pretty intense.
Did you have a whammo wet wiggle thing you hide to your hose when you were a kid and squirt around and attacked you? Had a little pink or little orange hood on the top. Did you have one of those?
No, I didn't have one that attacked me.
You didn't have one that squirted all over and chased you around the yard? That's one of
No.
Mike's favorite toys when he was a kid, man.
I can't believe you didn't have one
We
of
all
those.
had one of those things. The
No, we
Google
created our
whammo
own slip
wet.
and slide in the backyard with plastic.
Yeah, rubber burns.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ow! It's supposed,
Those were awesome,
it's supposed to be
too.
wet. Ow!
You hit the dry patch.
You slide in the drive.
Now that's what I remember.
Little
You came
skin
away with,
burns.
first degree slide burns.
Too funny. Yeah.
I loved when that happened.
How about bicycle jumping? Did you guys do bicycle jumping? Any little stingray
yeah.
and flying
Too
over
many.
things?
Yeah, so we were so stupid that at times we
many.
we'd use plywood that was a little too thick,
Oh.
and then you'd use some cinder blocks. Well, you know what would happen when the front of the tire hit the elevated
Down,
plywood.
flap.
Yeah,
Into the block
time.
hit. Butt-
guys go flying over
the
their
top.
handlebars.
Yeah, over the top. Broken forks.
I do remember at Regnart they had
I had a
they had a
bunch.
thing called the pit. I don't know if you remember this, Darren. There was a big dirt area off the soccer fields. It was just like a separation area between homes and the field,
Yeah.
like to a noise.
Yes.
The
thing.
pit.
So someone dug a pit, and then they took the dirt and they made a mound so that you could jump
Down the pit.
off the mound and over the pit.
Off the mound, down into the pit.
Yes. And I can remember so many times jumping that thing, and I can remember the first time that I jumped it, I was terrified because I saw guys that didn't make it.
Yeah, they're still finding teeth
You know,
down there.
yeah, it would like bend wheels. It would guys
Break
go flying
forks.
over. Oh, it was insane when I think about it.
I think we all had that. That's all we had as a childhood. Now they're playing video games, and we were out there
Well,
killing
I was
ourselves.
going to say, if we had YouTube back then and they saw what we did, we would all be millionaires by a long shot.
Oh, God,
We had a big
yes.
quarry
Some
like
of the
that,
stuff
Mike.
we've done, if that ever got videotaped, holy Toledo.
We had a big quarry like that with a big jump, and it had to be 50 feet down or something. So I built this makeshift, what I thought was going to be a parachute on my back. So I jumped with my bike.
No.
It was a sheet with a bunch of strings, right? So I thought it would catch enough like a hang glider, man. Oh my God! A crash. My bike, both the bike broke to pieces. So did I. It was one of my left arms.
I was so,
It
it
just
so
went,
awesome.
it went down fast.
If somebody had you on video doing that.
Parachute
No, but my
fell.
buddies had to carry me back up the hill because I busted my body. But my bike was toast, and the thing never poked open. And I would run with it in the yard, going, "Oh, this is cool, man! This is gonna slow me right up."
That was your flight of Icarus,
It
dude.
was like 40 feet.
You
man.
were that was your flight of Icarus.
Yeah, I don't know. But it was the last time I took that jump. Yep.
The flight is one thing, but to see Billy running around in the
I
backyard
know.
towing a makeshift parachute.
It was fishing line and a
Billy,
big
come in
sheet.
for dinner now.
It was fishing line on a feet, and I'm running. It was slowing me right up, man.
You're like, this is gonna be
This
great.
is going to be awesome. Now, I didn't get on the roof and jump. I didn't, but I ran with the thing. It was like a hang glider. It's gonna float me down. That was the plan.
Brilliant.
You're lucky to
My
be
bike-
alive.
My bike never came back. It was busted in so many pieces. Yeah, they took me up and left the bike down there, and I never really got the whole bike back.
That's like
That's how bad. It was my favorite
that's
bike,
like
man.
that's like the guy you described on the golf course at the wedding.
Yeah.
Who was driving the cart real fast and he drove it off the cliff.
No, that was not worse. This was just a little kid in a bike, man. I was like 10, 11. It was pretty fun though. I mean, it would hurt. It was one of my casts.
Oh
But-
my gosh,
But
that's
Darren,
funny.
Darren, thank you for calling and
Yeah,
thanks for being
thanks,
who
D.
you are.
Thank you, and Mike, happy birthday, man! I'm looking forward to celebrating with you in person, and wishing you all the very best today, and with you and your family, and enjoy the celebration.
Thanks, D. I appreciate all the
All right.
years of friendship, man. You're great, bud.
Yeah.
You're great.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
All right, take care.
See ya.
Bye.
Old school buddy, man. That's
Big
cool.
time.
He was a great athlete too. Really good. He still
Darren's
is.
awesome.
Still is.
Oh my gosh.
So here are a couple more things. You should embrace your imperfections. You really should.
You got many of those.
You do make a lot of jokes, so you don't need to make more jokes. You're a very funny guy. You should have. You should be more set in your ways and have no excuses for what you are. You've done everything. You know, you're doing great. But you now
Yeah, I
have
probably am set
you
in
now
my
have
ways.
reason for forgetting things. you shouldn't freak out or for losing things because it's just part of
I've
it.
done that.
You can be as grumpy as you wish.
Can I-
But get over it.
Can
quicker.
I a quick little story into
Sure.
the losing things?
Yeah.
So probably about a week ago at work, cruising around, we're working doing the thing, go in the bathroom to wash my hands. 3 hours later, can't find my phone. Can't find my phone. Where's my phone? Can't find my phone. Freaking out. Okay, I'm like, I left it in a cart. The cart got rented. So
Does
I'm
that
like,
work?
does it work?
Oh,
I get the marshal to go around, ask people, have you seen a phone? Have you seen a phone? Have you seen a phone?
tried calling it, obviously.
Yeah, nobody answers.
Nobody.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm losing my mind. Going to wash my hands. There's the phone sitting on the sink where I left it 3 hours earlier.
And no one picks it
Nobody
up.
picked it up.
It's just there. I'll leave it there.
And I'm like, it's
They could've-
official.
Yeah.
It's absolutely official. I'm starting to lose my mind.
Hop, have you started that phase where you're losing things and forgetting things yet?
Oh, I've been doing that since, I don't know, my mid-20s, I guess. But yeah, but you know what's cool about going to Denny's now? I mean, I can officially get the senior citizen dinner, but I think you should go in and order that and see if you can get away with it.
But as you should, Mike, we should do this. Especially you get a birthday thing too. So
I
I'll
did
get
that.
the senior thing. You get the birthday thing. We're rocking.
I did go the last time I went to Denny's. I can tell you exactly the last time I went. It was 2013. We were in Arizona for my daughter's
5 in the morning.
How do you remember this?
I know.
This is why I remember it, because I was with my daughter.
Can't remember his phone, but he remembers this.
She's at this point. She's probably all of 10 years old, so she thinks this is great. Dad and I are going to Denny's.
Yeah.
right.
Denny's rock.
And it was on my birthday, so I said, "Let's go to Denny's." And she goes, "Well, I've never been to Denny's." So we go there, and I got one of those Grand Slam breakfast things.
Yeah.
right. And it was my birthday, and everything was free. And that was the last time I went to Denny's. Was in Arizona.
It was
for
on
that.
your birthday.
It was on my. It was awesome.
See that?
Still got pictures
Well,
of
you
it.
still can do that. But you know what? Have you got your AARP card yet?
No, but I've
It's
got
coming,
plenty of
baby.
mailers.
They're coming.
Oh, they're gonna
they're
gonna
gonna-
cut down many trees. To
They
send
are.
You mail.
They're half the planet is just forests are being chopped down because of you now.
So funny.
So you got a lot of pretty cool things. So golf is one of the few sports where they appreciate the senior. They open their arms. There's the senior tour, obviously.
Yes.
It's at 50. But even as PGA players, now if you wanted to compete, you could go with us old guys and play in the shorter tees.
I have a handicap now.
See? So they're just
going up.
instead of in most sports. I was looking at retired. Some great athletes at what age they retired. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable how young these. Because they've been busting their bodies apart.
Exactly.
Right. Some baseball players made it to their 50s, but most not.
Yeah.
I mean, very, very few. But the golfers, look what Bernhard Langer's doing at 62.
He's my idol.
So
He's amazing.
The 104, by the way, is the oldest person for a hole in one. Just want you to know.
Is it?
You still have some
So
time.
I got some time.
You got some time.
I got over half my
golf
life.
opens their arm. Like, do you have senior discounts or senior tees? I don't know if you have senior discounts, but
We do. We have gold tees.
see, those are for. Is that a combined handicap NT thing? Have you seen that?
Yeah. For our skins game, it's a certain handicap, certain age.
Yeah, right. So those are
Yeah, it has to equal 85.
a lot of courses are doing that.
Yeah.
So if you get to be a 35 handicap, oh, dude,
I might be heading that way. You never know.
Then a lot of these other things will start not working. So no one cares if you're a bad singer, Mike. They don't anymore. Not that you're a bad singer, and they expect you to be a bad dancer. I mean, they don't care.
I have never been a good dancer. That was something I've never been able to grasp.
You can
that.
wear hats that don't match your clothes, and no one cares. It's true. You can. Nap time, like you said, is welcome. Resting feels natural.
You're one day closer to the long, peaceful sleep of the dead.
Thanks, Hop. It's true.
I've definitely reached the peak. There's no doubt about that. It's going on the other side.
Yeah, there's a knock joke here. So it's knock.
Who's there?
Halfway
Halfway
to your death.
Great.
You're now, and that's what it says. That's what it says right here. So you got that going for you. Although 50s look good at 50 when you're 60. 50s looks good, buddy. So just letting you know.
You guys are too much. I think we got to take another break.
There's some of these other things that I should. God, I'm almost 60, and I should do some of these things. Yeah, let's take a break. Are you okay over there?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
You need a breather?
No, I think I just won $20 on my scratcher.
Awesome. That's fine now.
I'm pretty sure.
All right, we'll come back and let's scratch off.
We'll
here.
come back. Thank you to Nikki Anderson for partnering with Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. Give her a call. Nikki Anderson, realtor and broker associate. Call her at 805-235-3327. Also, she's renting out her Hawaiian condo. You can visit golftalkradio.com. Click on the golf picture on the homepage of golftalkradio.com. And the VRBO listing on that is 614-266. We'll be right back. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy.